Time's up. Have your own.
Here it comes.
Fade in.
When it comes to fans, it is a fan's right to have whatever opinion they want to have.
Well, we're talking about people who have serious sexual orientation and gender identity problems. And I'm not talking, and when I say sexual orientation, I don't mean, a dude who likes a dude and a chick who likes a chick. We're talking about people who think that they're non-binary and they don't know how to play with their holes and shit like that.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Look, I got no problem with the idea of punching me in the face with nostalgia penis. I get that. I understand this.
But we don't want Revan touched. No.
Agreed.
You don't want anything good touched.
No.
Agreed.
Yeah. Because Disney Star Wars is a bad touch.
It is a bad touch.
Touches you in the bad place.
It's a bad touch.
Show me on the doll where Disney Star Wars touched you.
I need a bigger doll.
Oh, God.
There's no doll left. I'm
Jurassic
surprised
World.
Jurassic Park didn't eat more out of Lilo's pie.
Oh,
Fuck.
God.
You know what? There is a single reason why I wouldn't want to become a merman. I wouldn't have my penis anymore.
Yeah, you're here to bang women.
Oh my God, you're not gonna let me tell the story of cutting my penis off?
They're not making another Quiet Place, are they?
It's the fourth one because there was a prequel too.
Oh, well,
I saw all those movies and I hate them all.
Really? Even
Yes.
the first one?
Yes, especially the first one. First one makes me sick to my penis. I hate that freaking movie.
I dangled for too long there. That wasn't fun.
But I'm so apathetic to Star Wars that this episode could have featured Yoda riding on a dildo being wielded by R2-D2, and I would have the same reaction.
I'm still jerking off in front of my console. No, Warner Brothers is doomed. They can't take care of themselves. They're a limbless infant on the street begging, help me, please, but no one's going to do it because it's Goblin Baby. So no one wants it. Point is, anybody that picks up that Goblin Baby, it's a diseased baby, and it's going to poison your entire company too because you're also dumb and stupid and you don't know what you're doing. Now, if you were smart, you could put cybernetics on it, create a little monster, run around here, then we have a lot of fun. But they're not that smart to make it even a cybernetic Goblin Baby that could cause destruction. That'd be fun. But here we are.
I love this metaphor.
Here we are.
Cybernetic.
We have nothing
that's
but
what Apple was describing. Joe was describing with Apple. That's cybernetic, baby.
Cybernetic Goblin Baby.
You know the people playing Grand Theft Auto. If there's just going to be a random pride parade that pops up in the city, you know what assholes like me are going to do? I'm going to find the biggest fucking truck that I have, a 4x4, and fucking run through that fucking pride parade and fucking kill everybody. In a video game, YouTube. In a video game.
You are what your daddy is. You are what your daddy is. People don't want to hear
Rachel
it.
Zegler.
Yeah, Polish. Come on.
Yeah.
You are what your daddy is. It is what it is. Like, oh, I'm a Latina. No, your daddy is whiter than white. Stop.
Yeah.
Stop. You are what your daddy is. That's the line of succession. I don't make the rules. I don't create genetics. I don't create science. That's how the penis works. Okay? That's just how it works.
Please, sir, can I have some darkies?
Impressive. Most impressive.
let that define it, because there was other stuff that defined all these franchises we love before the likes of Disney or Kurtzman or any other one took them over and, you know, fucked them in the ear. So in the ear, that it hurts. It would hurt.
It doesn't just hurt.
Oh my God.
It would kill you.
I'm heaven. Not the ear.
I thought you said Star Wars isn't dead.
Well,
you don't like that.
No.
That metaphor makes it true.
No, Disney Star Wars. Don't let them. And that's what you do to Disney Star Wars.
That's what we're doing to Disney Star Wars now. When did this be about us?
I meant the metaphorical we, the royal we, the world.
No, we.
No, we in somebody's ear. Like, what are we doing?
Oh boy.
Game over, man. It's game over.
And I remember I'm lying there and I'm crying hell because I feel it right here and it's got its like pincer jaws and I'm holding it like this, trying to fight it. And I'm going, help me. And my team doesn't hear me. And then someone else actually woke me up because I was actually going, help me. And I woke up and my hands were like this with the pincers trying to get in there. And that was it.
Okay, Adam. I have one question only.
Yes.
Do you have 1987 grade crack at your home?
In those
I'd work
special
with
stores.
Haley Atwell every day.
But
Two hands. With 2 hands even.
Before you go, one question.
Yes?
Where in the galaxy is Sanusi?
Show us your tits and I'll tell you.
And these tool bags wouldn't know quality if it walked up and motorboated them. Because, you're going to motorboat quality.
Wait, what?
Quality boobs. You want to motorboat quality boobs.
There we go. All better now. Man, titties are the greatest things on earth.
I do love the clips that show the old stuff because we got new people coming in all the time and they have no idea the shit that we've said in the past. And they get to understand the depths of retardedness that we can get into right here. And
That's fair.
Anyway, howdy y'all. Welcome to the round table where I hope we have a good show for you today. I scraped and I scrimped and I thought really, really hard to somehow put together a show. So we're going to do our best for you guys because outside of a few things, which I know this particular panel doesn't really want to talk about, One Piece, it was a weird week. It was a weird week. So we're going to do our best. We're going to do our best. I'm in a good mood, though. I had hamburgers for lunch, potatoes. I've been to the bathroom. I've had a shower. I'm great. I'm fantastic. Got a haircut yesterday. I'm feeling pretty, oh so pretty. Dre, you're always pretty. How you doing?
Thank you. I appreciate that. I needed that compliment today. No, it was. Do I have echoes on? Oh my god! Hang on. Come on. Reverb. There we go. Okay, I had a reverb on. All right. Yeah. Hey everybody. Good afternoon. Great people to chat and all that great stuff. I've had an interesting week. This past Monday, I took another trip around the sun. Praise white God. And so my wife for my gift was $100 gift card from Amazon. I'm very happy about that. So I was able to actually I have one more thing coming, hopefully next week, which I hopefully I'll have it for show and tell next Sunday. But it will be a model of the Defiant. So I will be putting that together.
Oh,
yes,
you are.
Yeah.
I'm jealous.
Yes, you should be. As you should be. As you should be. And also, I am enjoying the Absolute Universe. So I got Absolute Volume 1 of Superman.
So you like it?
I am enjoying it.
Okay.
I am enjoying it. And I've just finished Absolute Volume 1 of Superman. There was a lot of things with Krypton they did really, 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 really well. But it looks like they knew they were getting a sequel already. So a lot of it was a lot of setup, not really any payoffs. But stuff they did with the last days of Krypton, excellent work. And also, I've got Absolute Wonder Woman Volume 1.
Okay.
And I'll be hopefully looking into this next week. So that will be fun. But hopefully tomorrow I'll be having my model of the Defiant come in. And
that is a glorious thing. I mean, I want to one day with a better studio, more room, and more money. I want to have a collection of my favorite starships from franchises. You know, you get the Defiant, you get the Normandy SSR2, you get the Falcon. Maybe even if I could find one, get a Moya, get the Enterprise E. I like the Sovereign class more.
Everybody likes the Sovereign. It's broken. The Sovereign class.
I love the Sovereign class.
It's broken.
It's a beast.
It's broken. But yeah, like when I was a kid, I used to have all the miniatures.
Oh,
all the miniatures. I used to have all the miniatures. So I had Akira class, Defiant class, Galaxy class, Nebula, Bird of Prey, Warbird, Lord Jesus, Constitution class, of course.
Yeah, I've seen the
Galaxy.
packets. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
I had the Star Wars one. I had the Star Wars Micro Machines. I didn't have the Star Trek ones. So
yeah.
I
I used to love the Star Trek ships.
Oh,
Like the away missions
dude.
were fine, but the ships, oh my god,
dude, the Micro Machines did it so well.
they did a good
with
job.
all those little designs. They were so
Mhm.
great. I love those things. Those are fantastic. Old man talk here. This old man talk.
Yeah.
Old man talk. You know, I saw a post this week. That unopened box of the Star Trek Micro Machines.
Mhm.
That thing's worth hundreds of dollars.
I bet it is.
That thing's worth a lot.
Man,
But I
wish
played with mine, and you played with yours too.
Yeah, I played with mine too.
I
So
played with mine. Yeah.
if we only knew what we had, so
Oh,
like,
that's the big of only one we had with all our 1980s, 1990s toys.
yeah.
We had no idea that
Oh,
the toys of today are just shit compared to what we had.
the dog
Yeah.
water. But I'm looking forward to that Defiant class coming in. And I was never really into models.
Uh-huh.
So this is kind of new.
Oh, so you're gonna build it?
Mhm.
Oh, it's one of those.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Oh, so you're gonna
Yeah.
have yourself a little arts and crafts time.
Yeah.
You're
But
gonna get the super glue fingers going on.
they're clips. They're clips. now.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, don't break anything. Don't break
Yeah,
anything.
exactly. So those are clips. So you put it together, and then you can put on the decals. And this one, like you put batteries in, it actually lights up on the for like where the engines are and stuff. So
I love it.
I'm looking forward to this. And if I really like it, then I might try to start collecting these. I might get the Constitution. Constitution class is still my favorite ship of all time. Like I'm not even into the original series, but I love the Constitution class ship.
Original
I
Constitution
think that
class.
joint- Yes, the original, not
Not
after the rebuild.
not
The
refit.
rebuild crap. The original Constitution class. That joint.
I like the A. I like the Enterprise A. The refit.
Man, you can have that. Yeah, I don't like the turbine that and it's like it's cut off at the end.
Okay. Well, listen. If you think about Star Trek, is that we all have our favorite classes.
Yeah, of course.
You love them. I love it. And there's something just so unique about Star Trek ships, which is why
Yes.
you look at Starfleet Academy and you don't know what the fuck you're looking at with these ships.
That's why
that they
nobody
got
watches that show.
Well, it's over now. We finished.
Oh, it is? Oh, praise God.
It was
Finally, yeah.
And with massive diminishing returns.
Yeah, clearly. Yeah, look, if you gotta introduce something cool, I'm not interested.
Season 2, though, there will be season 2. It's coming
Because that was part of the deal when they
I know
signed
they bought 20 episodes and they cut it in half. Is what they did.
Yeah, why not? Might as well get all filmed so they can go ahead and get this out of the way so they can move on with their lives.
Oh, it's been canceled. It's been canceled. We're pretty much know.
Nobody's watching.
Except us. except us, because it's the job.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So my week was pretty good. So my week was pretty good.
That's awesome. Happy birthday. And we're still both the old men around here, unlike the youngin who can't get good internet still. Hi, Ted.
Yeah, I'm rocking a 0.15 upload speed right now, but a 700 download. So I'm here, but I am having a bad hair day, so you're not going to see my beautiful face right now.
Wow.
And I just want to say congrats, Dre, to finally hit 30. Finally finally grown up.
yeah. Well, you finally hit my 30th birthday for the 12th consecutive year. Yeah.
I do want to point out the chat here, though. They're acting like I'm confused about the model stuff. I do have a Enterprise D and a Constitution class model that are glue, like the classic glue ones. I haven't put them together yet. They were Christmas presents last year with the movie.
Just remember, borrow Rachel's nail polish remover. That's how you get the super glue off your fingers.
You have to.
Good to know.
The
missing pieces though, so we had to order for more pieces.
Okay,
we have everything now, and I have a lighting system that I'm going to install in it as well.
Yeah, see, I realized I better tell him the trick as an old school miniature guy with the super glue stuff there. I thought, you know what, he probably doesn't know the trick. Yeah, so one, you got to use your hands. You use gloves, they're going to get messy because they get stuck to it. But you're going to get super glue on your hands no matter how hard you try not to. But nail polish remover. I didn't know that when I started in 1998 with my miniature building. And I had a Swiss Army knife, which was my tool of choice for doing shit. And I had a combination of filing, the file and Swiss Army knife. I filed off the super glue from my fingertips. And then when it would come off, I nail clipped it off. So then somebody told me, nail polish remover, dude. I was like, oh, I mauled myself. I made my hands and fingers for nothing. So pro tip, nail polish remover. tissues
Good to
or
know.
cotton balls, what good vigorous rubbing comes right off. Hands are gonna stink, but it's gonna come right off. It's gonna come right off.
Vigorous.
Protein.
Yes.
Vigorous. Say one more time, vigorous. Anyway, all right. Howdy to the chat. You guys are here to join us. Let's say hello. Hello to the mods, Legatus, Algrim, and Ruminex. Hail the Hatfield. How are you? Huzzah, son of Joxer. And this little person. Well, large person. Giant baby Huey.
We know you're gay, Jeremy. It's okay.
Okay, I'll look into that in a second. That we do have some DCU discussion for today. We do. Hell, Frank, how you doing? Dash, that's right, my man. I love the Sovereign. It's just such a.
It's broken.
It didn't get enough screen time.
You didn't need any screen time. That's the most broken ship of all time.
It was built for war.
That's why I have phaser banks on every end of the ship.
I know.
Front, side, back, and you can shoot protons from behind. What are we talking about? It's broken.
And it had everything. It had everything, and I loved it. It was a machine of war. It's like shit. We have the Borg's ass, get the Dominion ass. It's great. It had everything, and I love the Sovereign. I love the Sovereign. Anyway, and we've got a 38-month membership message from good Sir Algrim the Strong. Jed looks fantastic.
I do.
Using my membership message to say that he looks great. 38 months, though, my friend. Thank you very much for sticking with the channel. You said it to me. Okay, thanks, Dermy. I will add it to the tabs because we do have tabs for that. So welcome everybody. Hit that like button. Sit down, get comfortable. Let's move on with the show. All right. As I said, I have cobbled together. I know I say that all the time, but this really is a cobbled together show of an idea for a conversation, a discussion topic that I was lying in bed last night and I thought that's all I got, so I'm going to go with it, and a couple other things, and we'll see where it takes us. If we end early, and we go about our day. Anyway, so what we got is, let's start with this. We'll start with a little bit of light box office because the numbers is still rebuilding their website. They didn't have a crash or anything. They literally tore down the old one and are rebuilding it from the ground up, and they cannot integrate. According to their description here on their front page, they cannot simply integrate the old stuff because they're applying new website programs and algorithms and tech. So they're rebuilding for it. It's going to take a while, but at least they have their weekend and weekly charts up, but no details. But combined with Box Office Mojo and Google, we can piece together some of the conversation I want to have here. So let's do a quick little bit of box office. Last week, we did manage to talk about the fact that Hoppers, they were all so proud of Hoppers with its total worldwide 88 million release, which means with a 44 domestic and a 44 global. This week, it only pulled down 28 million. Or no, I'm sorry. Is that the weekend or the week? See, this is why I'm confused. Let's go with the weekly. Hang on. Okay, I'm sorry. It pulled in 58. Okay, I'm sorry. Wrong one. My bad. There you go. Because I do have their box office and Box Mojo. So they pulled in a total of 58 million. Okay. Your total box office comes to now 164. So they pulled in another roughly another 40 million, not 58 million, 42 million domestic for the week. Put on another about 30 odd million international for a total of 164 on their budget of 150. This thing's not going to break even. I remain with that.
He'll have to stay in theaters until what's his March? It's March what? Today's the 15th.
15th.
That don't have to stay in theaters
10 days.
That don't have to be in the theaters like late April to have a chance. Because that Jones looking at what, 300 million, if memory is serving me correctly.
It's going to be break even. We don't know the marketing, so if we do,
so let's say 350 to 400.
Yeah, it's break evens around 400, I would say.
So if that's the case, and especially if the number is 400, then the answer is no. I don't know if anybody is repeat viewing. I know after last week it came out. If my brain is
It's
picking
been
up right.
It's been 10 days.
Yeah, and I didn't even hear this. I never heard of this movie until last week. I didn't know what this was. Now, granted, I'm not in the sphere of kids animation. Well, my time is coming, obviously, but right now,
you will direct Fat Boy to look at the right things.
Oh yeah, he's already being converted the proper way. With good material.
Yeah.
So I probably won't be in this market. But all the same, I didn't know that this even existed until somebody was like, "It's the highest grossing Disney Pixar." Blah blah blah. I'm like I don't. What is this? What is this about? It reminded me of that other joint. It was like a nut job. I think that was the name of that movie.
Nut Job.
It was called Nut Job.
I don't
Wait! Don't clip this. What? No, I'm being serious. I know.
I don't know what you're talking about though.
This show was called Nut Job. It was a movie, right, about a squirrel.
I don't know.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Wait, hold on. I'm not tripping.
Are you thinking of Over the Fence?
Over the head?
No.
Over the hedge.
No, there was a movie called Nut Job. I'm not I gotta put safe search on.
Careful, you're gonna find something. Hold on.
Hold on a second. Hold on.
Jeremy says you're right. Wait, Jeremy would know about nuts.
Okay. All right. Jose, that was Nut Job was 2014. Okay. I'm not crazy. Okay.
Who made it?
Good. So like when I saw it, it reminded me of that film. Because the only reason I saw any inkling of that film because my nephew was two, and we saw it like at my brother's house. So that's the only thing that I remember. Like when I saw the animation style, I remembered. I'm like, oh wait, is it on like the Nut Job? And that's when I that's the only thing that I could recollect when I looked at that. But I've said Nut Job way too many times. I don't want to say this word anymore.
Well, your point is correct, though. Have any of us heard any word of mouth? Because the argument would have been word of mouth has destroyed this movie. You've heard Stan?
I've heard
nothing.
The Stan word of mouth is it's doing great, and it's going to mean great things for Mandalorian and Grogu because the trailer's attached. That's the extent of what I've heard.
Give me a break.
So this thing needs I'm going to say 400 million to break even. It's not going to get there. It's been out of there for 10 days. At best, it's got another 20 days of life left in it in a run. And it's going to taper off because it's there. You didn't lose a ton over the weekend, but it's got no competition right now. It's got none.
Not in the family-friendly market, no.
Yeah, because we go back to the week. Look what its competition's been in general. Scream 7, The Bride, GOAT, Wuthering Heights, Crime 101. Demon Slayer is still making money.
When did that come out?
Oh,
like 6 months ago?
Demon Slayer's been out since last summer. That's when I went to see it. It's still making money.
Yeah, that joint was on like a shoestring budget. So
they only spent somewhere between 20 and 50 million. So they spent very little on it, and it made almost $1 billion. Sony, that's why I keep saying Demon Slayer is arguably the most profitable movie of last year because they just made so much money on it and spent so little. But so let's go back to the weekend one. That's why I wish I had the real thing here. This weekend, it's number one, but against what? These are not juggernaut movies. None of these are anything that anybody really cares about. And a lot of these are being failures.
Turtles 2 is doing good. For release.
In only 1,300 theaters for making 1.4 million.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
In a day, yeah.
Yeah. So
good for New Line Cinema. Good for them.
So that's all we got to talk about. Next week, we'll have a more detailed discussion with Project Hail Mary's official opening, which I can confirm. Kratos, if you're watching here, and I'll say it again tomorrow, I have bought my ticket as you requested. I'm going to go actually see it in the theater as you have arranged for me. So
are you going to watch Dre?
No, I'm gonna wait till I hear. A lot of people on our sphere are really fired up.
Kid loved
to
it.
go see it, and people are really
Drake.
into it.
Drake. Jed cried.
Shut up.
You said you cried.
I
many
did.
tears,
I
Jed?
I
How
watched
many
it on
tears?
Friday. Which time?
Oh my stars! So like, so
No,
I'm hearing a lot of.
I'm a
I'm hearing
book
good
fan.
things.
I'm a book fan, and I
Yeah, I'm
loved
hearing
it.
good things. But the thing is, I never read the book, so
You don't need to.
I don't have really a connection to the story. But I think.
Did you see The Martian back in the day?
Yes, I did see The Martian.
Okay, it's same book
Matt
author.
Damon. Matt Damon. Yeah, Matt Damon.
Yeah. If you like The Martian, you'll probably like this because it's the same author.
Okay. I mean, Martian was okay for me. I thought
It was
that movie was too
okay.
long.
We talked about that last night.
Yeah, I
Hail
thought
Mary
that
is definitely better, but there are similarities. Like it's the same type of harder science, focus on realism, but still that hope, for space travel that The Martian had.
Sorry, I was
All
reading
right,
something.
yeah,
Sorry, I
but
was
I'm
reading-
hearing good things, so I ain't gonna
Yeah.
knock it until I try it. So we'll see. We'll see. I might end up be able to see it, or maybe the good Captain Jack might be able to deliver it to me. But
Yeah,
but
I
yeah,
just
but I
watched my
definitely something I
DMs.
feel I definitely want to see because I hear good things. It's just one of those things.
Did I just flash my
And
DMs?
I didn't see him.
Okay. Wasn't
But
sure.
as soon as my internet starts fucking working, I can upload my review. Great. I finished my review at 11 a.m. yesterday and started uploading it. It's currently at 44% of the way done uploaded.
Oh my god!
it is a 40-minute video.
Are you waiting
No,
for the missile to fall?
No, he's just a white girl on the couch surrounded by a lot of his internet provider, Spectrum.
I see.
Spectrum's fucking me hard.
Oh right, you down there. That's right.
I am so afraid of Spectrum when I move to Florida.
God, yeah, I'll be forgetting about Spectrum doing unspeakable things to Heinies.
All right,
Man,
so
I don't know.
next week we'll have a real discussion about Project Mary because I will have seen it by next Sunday. We'll have a discussion about it. I'll give my thoughts. We'll have a pseudo drive-in, I guess, on it, and we'll get some numbers. Hopefully the numbers will have upgraded their site again in the week, so maybe we can get some details on exactly what's going on. But either way, I have a feeling. I mean, is anything else coming out next weekend besides Hail Mary?
Not that I'm aware of. No.
So, Jed, for your point that Project Hail Mary needs to have a really strong opening weekend to do well, this might work in its favor. It's got no competition, zero competition,
and the word of mouth is extraordinary. And even among normies, like I was in a sold out IMAX theater, and everybody loved it. Like the cheering, the crying. There, I'm not going to spoil it for Adam, but he already knows this. There is a Baby Yoda like response to women in the film, and so women definitely are enjoying that aspect of it.
But there's goodwill already.
Absolutely.
So I think this does have a chance to get on the road to a break even, maybe a little profit. I think it does. But it's a $200 million budget marketing this, so it needs 400 to 450 to break even. So I wish it all luck in the world, and we'll find out how I feel. I as I said to Jed yesterday, I know nothing at this point. I know absolutely nothing about the premise, the story, the objectives, nothing. I know Ryan Gosling's in it. I know there's a cute creature. I know it's a more of a hard science space adventure, and that's it. That's it. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully, as I said, the numbers will have a better thing for us next weekend.
So we don't have to use Mojo.
Yeah, Mojo, which is inferior. Numbers is superior, in my opinion, as far as a box office website. Anyway, all right. I got really just two other things and a discussion question. So let's go with this one first. We'll go with some stuff that was just announced yesterday. Well, we've been covering the fact that a lot of shows and stars and people in desperation, they're trying to revive shows that have been dormant or dead for decades, even decade more anyway. And one of them we have been talking about the fact that they were all hyped up to do a Buffy the Vampire Slayer revival.
Oh boy,
they were all hyped for it, and Sarah Michelle Gellar was on board, bringing back other members of the cast and that. Except, as I said repeatedly, they were missing one key thing: Joss Whedon. And
it's true. That was his bread and butter. That's true.
And you can't do Joss Whedon without Joss Whedon.
I agree.
We've seen that. And I was highly critical. I said this show comes out, it will be a failure because they cannot create his world without him. And guess what? As of last night, Hulu has scrapped it.
Oh, whoops.
Yeah, somebody on the Disney executive board. Remember, Hulu is Disney Plus now.
That's
Let's
correct.
not forget that. Somebody over at Disney said, "You know what? This shit ain't gonna make any money for us. You're done.
That's
You're
true.
done."
And
you know what?
Yeah, it's true.
Dre, this is a good thing.
It's a good thing. It's a very good thing. Do you want to see Buffy ruined? Growing up, I wasn't a fan of Buffy the Vampire Slayer or Angel. I wasn't really into those shows.
I liked them, and I really liked Angel.
But I know a lot of people who watch these joints religiously.
Mm-hmm.
And as I like to say, leave it alone. Let it live on in my memory. Let me like hopefully this is what I'm hoping. I'm hoping that the announcement of the show, and since its cancellation instantly, hopefully it draws people to the original one and be able to buy DVDs and Blu-rays of the original show just for them.
Oh, you got to be careful that apparently the Blu-rays are terrible. It's one of those ones where it's botched and terrible, so you got to stick to the DVDs.
Oh, whoops.
Yeah.
Buy DVDs, kids. And
they didn't upscale it at all. They did not.
Didn't upscale. Oh, that's not great.
What could the show possibly offer to us to begin with, though? Because the plot is going to be what we always see in these types of revivals. This Buffy's going to be old, near retirement, as the Giles-like character, the mentor of the faith descendant Slayer that split off of the Slayer line.
No. At the end of Buffy, there were Slayer army because she took their special Slayer.
Oh, that's right.
And caused every potential Slayer to awaken.
So it's still going to be would have been mentor.
Oh yeah. She would have been getting ready for.
It just wouldn't necessarily been faced. I didn't remember that because I only saw the show once, like 7 years ago.
I've watched it several times all the way through. Syndication. It was a fun.
It wouldn't have been anything different.
Yeah, and here's the problem too. There was always a question: were they going to acknowledge the comic run, which was supposed to be the continuation, which people either loved or hated? So there was controversial comic run, and then of course you have to deal with the fact that does it account for Angel and all the kind of stuff, because Angel was a much more serious show. I think Angel was a better written show. And it ended in such a way that everybody says it's one of those great endings where it's just, wow, we're ending on a massive what if cliffhanger, but it still was a really solid ending where they're just ready to fight a bunch of army of demons and monsters. But so this is a good thing.
Oh yeah,
it's a good thing.
Absolutely.
But somehow, somebody didn't learn this lesson, because another thing got announced yesterday in relation to Joss Whedon. All last week, Nathan Fillion and other members of the Firefly cast, especially Summer Glau, past couple weeks, they've been teasing something. It's the Firefly cast is coming back, and last night they announced it. Have you guys seen what it is?
I've seen the actual video.
Oh, the video. Okay, well, I'm going to go with the article. They're just making an animated thing with the original actors and voice acting it, and it's not even after Serenity. It's between the series finale and Serenity.
And see, that's the type of crap that annoys me.
Mm-hmm.
That annoys me. Like when we actually have a continuation of of something from the past, just keep continuity going. Why not? Why is that so difficult? Just keep continuity going. Just say post Serenity, and then we're having an adventure.
Was there anything in Serenity's ending that would have been a problem, like character deaths or something?
Oh, yes. There are character deaths before in Serenity.
So that might be why.
But this thing, what's the expression? Midquels, right? Is that the right term? If I'm saying that right?
I don't know. But there's zero stakes in this.
And there's Adam. Thank you. Thank you, Jew Jesus. Thank you. This is what I'm talking about. When you have a beginning and an end, we already know what happens to our characters. So now we have a middle of the road joint that we know who lives and dies. There are no real stakes. There is no real tension, because we're like, oh, no matter what this character is going through, we know they live because they're in Serenity. I hate that crap. Just do something that's after, man.
And
Do something after.
We know all the secrets. We know why. We know why Summer Glau's crazy. We know why River's nuts because she knows the secret of the Reavers. We know that everybody. We know who's going to die. We know everything.
Yep.
There's no surprises. There's no fun to it. And you know what the other thing is? Guess what? Like with the Buffy revival, Joss Whedon is not involved in this.
Actually, if you watch the video, Nathan talks about it. He worked with Joss.
Oh, he did?
He's got Joss's approval. So the video is actually really well done, I will say.
This one right here?
No, that's IGN's video. So Nathan Fillion and they all edited a video together at their homes, intercut it together, doing the announcement. I think it was an Instagram post or something like that. Like it was portrait.
It was like IG.
But it was all of them talking together, Nathan heading up the announcement, and it was actually really good. I'm not a fan of Firefly. I haven't seen it. But he had some very nice things to say about the fans, like you got us this far. And the showrunners are from Arrow, Flash. They met on Firefly, so there are people involved. And he did say that he got the blessing of Joss and got
because it doesn't say that in this article. That's why I didn't know. It doesn't say anything about Joss.
Yeah, so that was the first thing he said.
Yeah.
That's the first thing he said is before we did this, we needed a few things. One was a blessing from Josh. I got it. And he's involved, he's helped out. Then writes and a script and showrunners and all that. And he says he has it all. They have a script. They have a showrunner. They just don't have a studio or a distributor.
All right, and here's the thing. Okay, so it didn't say here. I'm looking at it again. Make sure I didn't miss it when
It's in the third line of that top paragraph that you're showing.
It was
Joss Whedon's. Oh no, the one that you're showing.
Blessing,
right there.
There it is. Okay, there it is. Okay. All right. Well, but he's still not involved though.
Yeah.
He's not writing it.
Not directly, but he is advising unofficially.
But that still goes to my point. You're missing Joss Whedon actually working on it and writing it. And you can't, they've tried to replicate Whedon speak, Whedon isms, Whedon take for a decade now, a decade plus since 2010. And they can't be done. Joss Whedon is a son of a bitch. Not a good man, not a nice man.
No, he's
but
not.
He is very talented with his originally created stuff.
Yeah.
And you can't do without him. And at the same time, like Dre said, I don't care if this is the season 2 they always wanted to take place between the movie. There's no stakes in this. There's no this. And granted, Firefly has a very dedicated fan base.
Yep.
They always have been. I don't quite understand it considering the limited amount of material there is. I always enjoyed it, but I didn't quite fall in love with it. But they're dedicated. Although the brown coats were kind of crazy people for a while. That fan movement. But I think it's too far at this point, Dre. I think it's been too long.
I agree. Like for all these franchises. Now, granted, this is why I'll give the olive branch to the Firefly fans. They deserve something. To be fair, they deserve something, but it is too late. It is too late for them to actually have the sequel that they desire. And let me be clear. I guarantee you, if there's any Firefly fans in the chat, definitely say what's up. I'm fairly certain that this is not what they were looking for a couple decades ago. I'm pretty sure they were wanting a legitimate season 2, live action, the way the good Lord intended. But you're getting your breadcrumbs of this Firefly light. And I mean, this is what I'm going to say. I'm hoping that the Firefly fans really enjoy it. That's all I can.
Oh, they probably will. They'll probably eat it up.
I hope they enjoy it, and I hope they give it something that's actually worth their time. That's what I'm hoping for, because this isn't a franchise that needs to die or anything like that. Like I love to say, this franchise has been dead after season 1.
It ended.
20 years.
And Serenity gave you an ending.
Yeah.
It was a bittersweet ending, but it gave you an ending.
Yeah. So this isn't one of those franchises that needs to burn or go away. It's been gone a long time.
Yeah.
So hopefully these fans can get something that they really like, that they can really enjoy, that they can really sink their teeth into, that gives them everything they wanted in an animated form. That's all I'm really hoping for. Because this really doesn't do anything for me. I wasn't a Firefly fan. I've seen the season, but it didn't really move.
I've seen the season. I actually really enjoyed Serenity. I actually watched it a few months ago again. I hadn't watched it in a few years, and I gave it a rewatch, and I really enjoyed it. It'd been a while since I'd seen it, and bringing back the original cast, this is good because they're all talented actors. They're also a lot of them talented voice actors. They all do. I mean, Nathan Fillion does a lot of VA work. So you got people who can do the job as voice actors. So, and it's their roles. So you're going to get a full-throated performance. You're going to get the passion because this is a passion project. And that's why it has a chance. But I'll say again, personally, I think it's definitely too little to wait. I don't think it's going to return to any sort of revival, at least not to a post-Serenity story. This thing would have to have massive numbers for them to get any sort of post-Serenity movement. And if they do post-Serenity movement, they've got to get Joss Whedon back involved to actually do it. Because that's growing. What you're doing now is between season 1 and Serenity, you're playing in a sandbox that Joss already built. So while it'd be better if he was there, you don't need him. Him advising is enough. But if you're going beyond Serenity, where the rules changed and the sandbox both expanded and got damaged a lot in terms of the events of Serenity, you would need Joss Whedon to create the world again. So this is the best of all possible scenarios at the moment to get something that is new Firefly. And like you, I hope people enjoy it. I'm probably not going to bother with this unless I am convinced to, either with a very good argument or monetarily. So I have no desire for this, but there are the hardcores, and they're going to get it. So good luck. I still say without Joss Whedon directly involved, it's probably going to lack something. It's going to lack that special spark. But as Jed wisely pointed out to correct me, at least Joss Whedon has blessed it and is tangentially involved. So, but we'll see what happens with that. We see that's always a thing, Jay Frazier. You never know what they're gonna adapt from. Wrong button. Sorry. You never know what they're gonna do.
I got worried for a second.
That was a double D's thing. That was a double D's thing where I have to go to that button so I don't end up full screen. Leave me alone. But I agree that it would be nice if they used approved canon from books, but I don't think they're going to. So,
that would be best case scenario, I think. And they're not going to let him be permanently involved.
Well, yeah, I mean, right here. Sorry, Cypher says, yeah, because Joss Whedon is horrible to work with, and he was canceled, and it would be very hard for him to come back after being canceled. I mean, he had a somewhat well-received TV show airing while he got canceled, and they didn't care because at the time if you're canceled, you're done. There's no coming back from that. But it also doesn't help that nobody likes him.
Yeah,
nobody likes him.
No, dude.
But one thing to say is, and Jed mentioned before, the cast of the Firefly cast, including Nathan Fillion and all those guys, those people are all generally pretty good with fan bases. Everybody involved with that, they tend not to shoot their mouths off. They know what butters their bread. They know, and Nathan Fillion, the most famous among them, who does more than just the genre stuff, because he has done regular television shows from Castle to the Rookie show, although the Rookie, I hear, is very, very ideologically heavy. He tends to not shoot his mouth off, so he's still beloved by fan bases, and the rest of the cast also does that. They know who their fan bases are, so they don't have to piss anybody off. So there's goodwill all around. So this has a good chance, but we'll have to wait and see. But Jed is right, doesn't have a home yet, according to the reports, and I think it kind of will depend on where this lands. Where it lands, that's going to mean something. I mean, you could land on Netflix and get Netflixed for all you know. You could land on Amazon. I think if it lands anywhere, and this might be sounding weird to say, the best chance might be Amazon, because we have evidence that Amazon, if they're hands off, it tends to come out pretty decent if the people in charge of it are left to do what they want to do without Amazon fucking around with it. And considering Jennifer Salke and her crew are not there anymore, they're a little more hands-off lately. on their projects. Of course, it would help if God of War actually was being run well to begin with, for that to mean some God of War is going to be good. But we'll deal with that when that happens. Anyway, let me have a drink and we'll move on. All right, so we're doing really well. 45 minutes in, but we've already blown through 2 topics. We're ending early today. I have a feeling we're ending early today. I got one more major topic and then our discussion that will come out of that topic.
Sure.
Okay. The DCU, our favorite topic. We are getting closer and closer to Supergirl, which is the first major DCU project of this year. Lanterns, though, is coming after it, and Lanterns now directly influences Superman, Man of Tomorrow.
Right.
Because, well, first of all, I just want to show you. Have you guys seen what the Lanterns team looked like? The people who made this. Have you seen this picture?
Like the writers,
the writers.
I've seen it from a distance. I haven't, dove into it.
That's there's a suspicious amount of women, as Mahler would say.
Yo, what's blurred out? What's happening?
I don't know. Look, I think that's a person. I said it looks like a green dildo.
That's what I thought it was. I'm like, what are we doing? Yeah. Is that what they're doing in there?
I guess that's somebody that doesn't want to be on camera. I don't know. I wouldn't want to be on camera.
So the smartest person in the room.
Yeah, but this is the people who worked on Lanterns. They're so proud of it. They're so proud of it. And people going, look, there's more green. There's green. These people bought these shirts to wear for this picture.
They're too identical. Like if they were wearing a hodgepodge from home, all right, you can start to believe that. But this is a stunt.
They all got the exact same shirt. And look, take somebody who's had a lot of Green Lantern shirts over the years. I have never seen that joint before.
Yeah, this was made for them, for this picture.
Yeah,
this was made for them. But Lanterns will end, and we now know that Aaron Jean-Pierre, I don't know why they stopped calling him Jean-Pierre, Aaron Pierre will now be a part of Superman, Man of Tomorrow as John Stewart Green Lantern.
Why?
Because they're going to kill off Hal Jordan.
But they already got Nathan Fillion.
I know.
Why you need 2 lanterns in the same place?
So you're going to have 2 Green Lanterns in this movie. So here's the first part of this. He's coming in. They're reminding us that the engineer, Jimmy, and Eve Tessmacher, who's basically in an abusive relationship with Jimmy because he doesn't love her, and are coming back in. And what did that one? Sorry. So all these people are in this. Dre, this movie is bloated beyond belief.
And we're looking at the same issue that we have for the first film. We're in the exact same place we were a year ago. The exact same. This is the exact same conversation we had, Adam. The exact same conversation. This is Justice Society of America. It's not Superman. The first one wasn't Superman.
No.
This is just JSA.
Yeah.
This is just JSA. Just tell the truth, man. Yo, just call it JSA. Take Superman out the title. Take Man of Tomorrow, Man of Steel, or Man of Your Mother. I don't care what the title is going to be. Just take that part out. Just put JSA. Just put JSA in there and just tell the truth.
But Dre, I actually have a post. I didn't bring it up, but it's on my front page of my X account. People are actually still arguing that Superman was a Superman. Superman 25 was a Superman movie.
Nothing about that film. There's nothing about that film is a Superman film. He wasn't even the star.
Yeah, Mr. Terrific saved the day.
His own film.
Mr. Terrific.
Yeah, Mr. Terrific.
Everybody. Yeah.
If you're making a Superman film, make it a Superman grounded film about him. The movie wasn't even about him at all.
Punk rock is cool.
These people that's writing it don't know what punk rock is.
I know. Yeah.
God in heaven. This type of stuff is ridiculous. Like, okay, now you're making your Man of Tomorrow movie, aka JSA. And now you're bringing in another Green Lantern. Now you're bringing in all the other characters from the first movie and blah, 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 because nobody freaking died.
Yeah.
So, I just can't.
The movie is now bloated. So we know for a fact now with this many characters, the narrative is going to be all over the place. Even worse than Superman 2025.
Absolutely.
It's going to be even worse. And hang on, wait a minute. Okay, yeah, so Jed's just fixing his account there. Poor Jed with his internet.
Jed in an underground bunker. Somebody sent him some dried food or something.
He went to McDonald's yesterday to try to upload his video. That's how bad it is.
That's a desperate man.
They went to McDonald's yesterday to try to use their Wi-Fi.
God.
All right, back on topic here. So, but this hasn't stopped them meaning the stands, from trying to push how great this is. So we have multiple Green Lanterns. We've got the rest of the Justice Gang. We've got other people being added. So, Dre, what do you think their first response is by the stands now?
We're eating so good.
That and oh look, the Justice League so far, and they are now using Paul Dini, Bruce Timm verse.
You see now we're being disrespectful.
Now we got to, and here's a problem. And these are the retards. This is the conversation I had this week. I brought up when I covered this a few days ago. This is the fake fan responses of, oh, I see this, so it automatically must be that because I recognize this, but I don't know what I'm talking about. Because you have a problem here.
We have a big problem.
Big problem. And it starts with Hawkgirl.
Yeah.
It ain't even, this is Shiera Hall.
Yeah.
Not Kendra Saunders, which has been confirmed.
Yeah.
And now I was talking about this the other day, that we don't even, Kratos looked it up while we were talking about it and chatted it in the chat, that there's no official explanation of what Kendra Saunders' DCU Hawkgirl's wings are. Are they organic? Are they machine? Are they synthetic? Because they disappear. We have imagery, and because they disappear, one must say, "Oh, you're reincarnation Hawkgirl, and you're using tech to fly." Because
that's correct.
Drake, Thanagarians, they don't retract their wings.
Oh no, them's is part of the body.
Yeah,
you ain't got to worry about that.
Yeah, and Shiera Hall in Paul Dini, Bruce Timm verse, which is the example everybody's running with,
which is bizarre because we have examples of reincarnation version in the CW. We already have that.
Yeah.
Why isn't that one?
They had Michael Shanks be Hawkman.
Yep.
At one point.
Yep.
In Smallville.
That's correct. So we already have a history of showing how the reincarnation version work, but people want to connect it with Shiera Hall because, first of all, it is the greatest adaptation of.
This is the most popular Justice League 100%. Adaptation because it's 100%. The only one that got it right.
Oh, agreed. I agree. I love me some Shiera Hall.
Yeah,
I would do things to her. That ain't Christian.
Oh, yeah. I would take Shiera over Diana.
I agree.
And that's a hard call because Paul Dini, Bruce Timm, Diana is oof.
Oh yeah,
oof. But
you think it's great
when Shiera takes the helmet off.
Without
Shiera,
that scene is burned into my skull, yo.
And that's the Christmas episode, dude.
It is.
That's the Christmas episode.
Wild stuff.
John got a gift that day.
Oh, he knew what was going on.
He got a Christmas gift.
Mm-hmm. Before
but they equated to this 3 of the original Justice League Unlimited, and here's how you know it's first the fake fan right here. That's not unlimited. That's seasons 1 and 2.
Yeah, that
Justice
is regular
League.
Justice League. Yeah,
that's pre-Starcrossed.
Yep. Yes, it is.
So they don't even. These are people, and this guy is he's one of these dumb son of a bitch stands. This proves they're just reading shit on a wiki.
I agree,
and they're posting it. So
that's correct.
But and it goes on. 3 members of Justice League will be united. It's that they all get the memo, but these are not. It's not Shiera Hall. It's Kendra Saunders, and we don't even know if they were organic. We don't know what she is. And then our favorite, Jeremy from Manabite, again, he's using the wrong one, but this guy's a dumb son of a bitch. And then we get to this. We get all based on post. James Gunn's last 4 movies: Guardians 2, Guardians 3, The Suicide Squad, and Superman. So funny to me when people act like James Gunn shouldn't be in discussion as the best superhero movie director of all time. Look at his filmography. Dre, I've looked at his filmography. He's done over 20 projects, including film and television.
Yes.
And only 3 of them have made a profit. And 2 of them are on this. And Guardians 2 definitely made a profit.
Yeah.
Guardians 3 made enough for a cup of coffee and a sandwich.
Yes, it did.
And these did not make any profit.
And here's a problem with this. And let's just take money out of it just for the sake of
Okay.
simplicity.
Yeah.
Guardians 2 is not a good movie. I've been on record several times. I don't like Guardians.
I enjoy
2.
it.
I don't like what they do with Ego. Everything they did with
okay. I can
Guardians
accept
2
that. I can accept that.
I really didn't like that movie at all. Yes, we have our jokes and whatever, but man, that movie's not good. I don't care what anybody says. That movie is not a good movie. Narratively,
I can accept that. I can accept
character-wise, none of it worked. I hated it. I really hated that movie. Guardians 3 is a good movie. Guardians 3 is a good movie. Yes, it is a holdover from a bygone era, but it was still a good movie. I think the narrative worked very well. I thought the emotional beats worked well. There's a lot of stuff that worked well to tie a nice little neat bow before he went off to go and ruin DC. So there's some good stuff in that movie. The Suicide Squad is a very fun movie, but it's not good.
It's not good at all.
It's not good.
I watched it once, and that was all I needed.
Yep. It's a fun movie, but it is not good by any stretch. And the less we say about Superman 2025, the better.
But it's going to keep coming up.
Of course, it's going to keep coming up because now it has to be referenced because now this is the flagship. This is the flagship for the DCU.
And here's the problem, though. James Gunn, you can't call him the best superhero movie director of all time because he can only do one thing: ensemble.
That's it, an ensemble film. And he's taking characters. And what, Dermy? What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
He just wants to be he just wants to be a troll. Don't pay.
Yeah, he's just being a contrarian. He's huffing paint. But the thing is, this joint has to keep being referenced because it is the flagship. It is the flagship for this DCU or whatever we call it. And you're right, Adam. He's a one-trick pony, and he's doing an ensemble film. But he's doing ensemble films for characters that are not ensembles. That's the problem. If you remove him, and I don't know, put Guillermo del Toro. I'm just throwing a director out there, okay? Put Guillermo del Toro to tell a story about Superman. I think I would get a much more not grounded, but a much more comic-heavy and enjoyable film, just like he did.
It'd be dark, though.
It'll be dark. It will be dark, and I think that will be an issue. But I think I would still enjoy that movie that he directed. Will be directing way better than whatever James Gunn is doing for Superman. I'd rather have at least like, hey, let me focus on this character, focus on the story, and let me learn something and learn who this character is. He's going to give me that opportunity. James Gunn is not doing that. He's like, hey, Guardians was a hit. I'm going to do that for the rest of my career. And that's your business. But then just do stuff that involves an ensemble. Do I don't know, Teen Titans or something. Like do a thing that deals with a group. If you want to do DC, do it, and you're only good at groups, do that. Do Doom Patrol. Do Teen Titans. Do Young Justice. Do Justice Society of America. Justice League. Do any of those things. But when it comes to focusing on characters that must stay singular because you need to build on that character, he's not the guy. Put somebody else in charge, man. Just oversee and then hire somebody that's good at focusing on one particular character and growing it out. I'm just gonna throw a name. I don't want him to be a part of it. I'm just saying, like Christopher Nolan, like directors like that has his type of ilk. Like put those type of people in direct those kind of films. Not you. It's not your skill. Like me, I like I know what my strengths are. I wouldn't put myself in a position to expose my own weaknesses when I know them. I wouldn't put myself. I'd be like, oh, hey, I can't draw. Okay, I'm not going to sit there and do art for my comics because my weaknesses will be exposed. Absolutely. And then I'll be out in the streets selling my body for loose change. Okay. I know I have that. So therefore, what do? You delegate that to somebody else that knows.
Which you've said before, talking about James Gunn. This is not a point you've avoided in the past. You've mentioned this, that James Gunn fails to delegate to proper people who understand this stuff.
Because ego won't allow him to.
And there it is. Jed.
That's right.
His ego won't allow it. And for some reason, people like this dumb bitch and guys like this guy who we've come across before, James Prescott, they all worship him. Jed, why do they worship James Gunn? Do you understand why? I don't.
I really can't tell you. I don't understand it because it wasn't the case 5 years ago. In between Guardians 2 and 3, these people did not like him. They were for his cancellation.
Oh, they were all on board the cancellation. You're absolutely right.
Exactly. So this redemption arc that he had with Superman in their eyes, I don't know where it came from. Is another one of those I feel seen because he's socially awkward and I'm socially awkward, so he's the champion for neurodivergence. That's a common one, but I really can't tell you. It doesn't make sense because these people are so inconsistent. That's why I keep using the term Dory brain. That usually applies to they switch what their personality is with whatever the most current product is, but it applies in a lot of different areas. They're so inconsistent that it's almost impossible to predict how these deranged individuals will think and act because, yeah, they hated his guts circa 2020. And he starts making Superman and bastardizes it, and they're like, "Oh my god, please come in my mouth."
Oh my!
You are. That's it. Writing that one down. Okay, hang on.
I'm not on camera though.
Yeah, but it's not going to stop me.
God.
Oh,
Jed out here
An
taking
inaccurate statement.
no.
no, it's not. But I mean, this is Jed Unchained, Jed Untethered right now.
Jed not on camera is a madman. He's a madman.
Vicious. Anyway, so we got, but you're at just that statement is not wrong when it comes to the James Gunn tards. It is not wrong because you got like this guy right here. We've brought this guy up before. This guy is such a cock gobbling slobber right now for this stuff.
Happening?
Watching the first Avengers hits different now. We have the likelihood of a high quality Justice League movie in a few years. Newsflash, you got it next summer. You got it next summer. Superman and Tomorrow. It's pseudo. Superman, John Stewart, Green Lantern. Dre, they've automatically forgotten about Nathan Fillion and Guy Gardner Green Lantern. He's there already.
So
he's there. Supergirl, Hawkgirl, already played. Or Supergirl is not. She's not a main leaguer. She's support. But they just gonna cram it all together. Already in place. Batman and Wonder Woman coming soon. DC are building it up just like Marvel. Maybe better.
No, they're not.
God, it's worse, man.
And here's the thing, Dre. Outside of Justice League and Teen Titans, Marvel is better known for their teams.
That's correct.
Than DC. Marvel did team so better because Marvel heroes actually need to work in a team to win. Because the DC heroes, they are gods.
Yep.
That's why I say gods among us.
Mm-hmm.
So this guy likes to call. He's calling a lot of people tourists lately and saying, "Oh, you don't get it, this and that." No, maybe you don't get it. If you're talking like that, you don't understand the difference between DC and Marvel. Marvel works with teams. DC, you only really need 2, maybe 3 teams. And no, Bat Family does not count as a team.
Yeah. That's how that works because most of these were characters that are standalone characters that just come together when the world needs them to come together.
As the last line of defense.
Last line of defense, like, hey, we have to work together in order to stop Darkseid, the Anti-Monitor, whatever. Yeah. Whatever needs to be done. That's what this is all about. This person is unhinged. And not to mention this list that he's giving us about like, oh, we're building up just like Marvel. Well, this is why I have to say, I've said it 1,000 times. I'll keep saying it until they do it right. Establish your big 3 and then work from there. If your big 3 is not established, it doesn't work. I'm going to prove it to you.
Oh, there you go. Oh. Show and tell. I love show and tell. I love show and tell. I love when I do it. I love when Dre does it. Here we go. Show and tell.
I'll make it very simple.
Bring it.
Very, very simple. Okay. I am now reading the Absolute Universe, as I mentioned earlier. You know what they did first? They released this. Okay. Absolute Batman. You know what they did after that? Absolute Superman. You know what they did after that? Absolute Wonder Woman. This isn't hard to comprehend. Everybody with a functioning brain knows that's what you do.
Yeah.
This is what you do.
And if you don't do that, you do what Paul Dini and Bruce Timm did. Batman, Superman.
Yeah.
You at least start with World's Finest.
And see, this is the thing. Even after you did, which was perfect, you and Batman and Superman together, perfect, makes sense. And then what was the next order of business when it did Justice League? Bring in Wonder Woman.
That was her introduction.
Yeah. So it's a recipe that must work. It's the only way that this is how DC works. You establish the Trinity in which all other trees then branch. That's how it works. DC is not Marvel. This is how it works because all stories stem from these three characters.
Yeah, I mean, Dre, there's a reason when it goes to Justice League Unlimited and the new intro, as the intro ends, the only three standing there are Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman. Everybody else is flying behind them.
Yes. It's not incidental. This is not like, oh, they just happen to pick that artistic. No, this is how DC functions. If you skip any of these, your world falls apart. This is I don't know how people with multi-gajillions of dollars don't understand that this is how DC works. It's not if, ands, or buts. There's no hyperbole. You know what? You know who I have to give credit to now, which is unfortunate. God bless me. Zack Snyder. Zack Snyder understood this.
It was rushed, but he still did it.
He still did it. He didn't do it right. But at the same time, he knew you have to establish the big three before you do anything else. And it's sloppily, but he still did it.
And I will still say, my actual only real favorite part of BVS is when Diana drops in to take the shot during the fight with Fake Doomsday. And her theme plays for the first time.
Yeah.
That theme is killer.
It's very good.
Her theme is excellent. I love
and her
that
solo
theme.
film was very good. I really liked the Wonder Woman movie.
It was well done. Yeah.
Really good stuff. So even Zack Snyder and all of his insanities knew the reality. You establish the big three before you do anything else. But these morons still don't look at history.
Marvel did it. They established their big three.
And this is the thing. Marvel had the opportunity to play with the idea of their big three. But once they established it, they stuck to it. Using Iron Man, Thor, Captain America, using those three to establish the technological side, the war side, and the mystical side. They did it wonderfully. And establishing it that way, because you can always play with it because the Avengers is always a sub-tier faction. But establishing it that way in their universe and make sure it maintained that way from the beginning to the end was brilliant.
It was still in place during Endgame.
Yep. Think about it. Even in Endgame, who are the last three standing? Same three. Yeah. Well, it's not incidental.
Everything a man like this says should be immediately disregarded because he's bragging about his mental illness in his bio. These people are all the same in that way.
I mean, and remember, and also you're relying on people who are simps for Millie Alcock, who are simps for Dora the Explorer, and you're hoping that they're going to come out in droves because they're thirsty for these girls.
Who's the Mexican?
She's Dora the Explorer.
One of the live one of the live actions.
Yeah. Okay.
Because there's been 3 live actions in the last decade, I think, and she's one of them. Yeah.
For Dora the Explorer, 3 live actions.
It's at least 2, but I think it might be 3.
There's another one I think coming. But you have this, and now, Dre, I want you to stay seated because now I got one last thing to make you lose your mind.
I don't like
with all of this.
I don't want to go. I want to go home.
You are home.
Oh, right.
You are home. See, he's already losing it because you've got Jon Stewart and a Hawk Girl. Now they think that this relationship has to happen in Man of Tomorrow.
Oh, man. Stop.
They've been pushing this all week.
Stop, man. Stop.
And as we said, It's not even the right Hawk Girl.
It's not even the right Hawk Girl. And you sit there and try to, I'm going to use the right word, ship, right? Ship them together.
Mm-hmm.
That's disrespectful. You once again have to go back. Did anybody even watch Justice League? Did anybody watch it?
No.
And
These
understand
people,
the
no.
growth?
Not these people. Not these
Of
people.
the
No.
growth of their relationship, of
That
how
took 2
long
seasons.
that took?
That took 2 seasons, man.
Took 2 seasons. Because they had to first gain that respect for each other. Then that emotional connection came.
Yeah.
So just because you have these 2 characters, and I'm using the term characters very loosely, using these 2 characters together, now we got to ship them.
Yeah.
That
Because-
screenshot for her is
because-
fucking awful.
Because we saw it in the thing. That's all. That's it.
Oh, they did the thing.
Because they did the thing. Go ahead, Jet.
In that post with Hawk Girl, yeah, read that first comment.
I commented
there.
on this one too. For those saying John was with Shira in the cartoon, you're right. But with this version of Kenjar, they might have implied in Superman, but didn't go into detail. So this is far from confirmation that she's Shira's next reincarnation. So they can try it.
Try what?
They're just making up shit at this point to justify it.
Because James Gunn hasn't actually done anything to build the lore. He just threw it out there. Is Kendra Saunders a version of her, a distant relation to Shira, who crash landed and was in Egypt? Yeah, but she's not Shira Hall.
Yeah, they're not.
Not
one and the same.
Thanagarian Shira Hall.
Nope.
Who made a baby with Jon Stewart.
That's correct. Warhawk. My boy. Warhawk. They had a baby.
They get back together. They make it. You just never see it.
Bird sex. It does happen.
I'd risk it. It'd be
without question.
Listen, I will risk getting hit in the face with those wings in that moment. I will risk it.
Yeah, you have to. As a Christian, I have to try.
It's a Christian.
Yeah, I have to try.
But this is just so stupid. And it goes back to what I said. We see the thing, so we think it's the same. And it once again proves to me these people are not fans. They
Not
read
at
a
all.
wiki. They read a wiki. They get an information email from somebody, whoever's pulling their strings, and they just blurt shit out. And then they get angry when you call them out on it. Because we could stand up in a full-on nerd debate and they would melt under the pressure.
And it's just disappointing. It's not disappointing. That's not the right word. It's disheartening. There it is. It's disheartening that we're not even at the point anymore where people do the fake nerd stuff. As in, you then go and watch the entire show of Justice League and then try to act like you know stuff. These people aren't even doing that anymore. They're just sitting there saying, these characters I heard were together in a tweet that I saw.
Yeah.
So let's just throw them together. Why don't we? And the worst part of it, they're probably right. That's the part, Adam, that breaks my soul in two. James Gunn will probably do it.
They'll flirt. They'll flirt.
They're flirt for sure. It's going to start happening because he ain't watch it either. He has no idea what he's doing either.
James Gunn is like, fake fans. He's the
I saw some quote unquote fans saying they should be together.
He's reading all this shit. You know he's reading all this shit online.
He's chronically online.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah. Yeah. And then to wrap it all up, I thank Dermy for sending me this, letting me know this. We apparently have Millie Alcock because now the Supergirl stuff has to ramp up. We are only 4 short months away from Supergirl. 4 short months. Apparently, Millie Alcock has come out and said, I think young girls should walk away from the film knowing that it's okay to be a bit bad and messy.
That's a terrible message to any young people, young girls, young boys.
What year is it? Am I missing something? It's 2026, right?
It's the same as 2025. It's
okay. All right. Okay. So I may be a semi-retarded baby, but this is what I'm going to say here. The idea of this feminist girl boss rebellion is so played out that it really, really needs to stop. Are these people in a time chamber? Are they still stuck in 2016? Because this seems to be a recurring theme with be a rebel. What are you rebelling against? You won.
And
what are you rebelling against?
And here's the thing. Now, this goes back to the conversation we've had previously covering Supergirl, and it's resurfaced this week. I even replied to one of the retards this morning when I woke up. They are convinced, and remember, Dre, we talked about the pimping money and the hard work the girls did to buy you that horrible book.
Ooh.
They're trying to push that the people who are against the Woman of Tomorrow is the lore book. They're saying you're the tourist because you don't understand that this is based on that.
And the fact of the matter that this is based on that is disgusting to me. So let me get it straight. One of the worst Supergirl books written over the last 25 years jumps the line of all the good stories that we had with her pursuit of saving Kandor. We skip that. We skip all the good stories that we had. We skip the Galatea arc. We skip all this cool stuff for woman of prostitution. That is what we skip it all the way to. All the good stories that we've had. It's crazy talk.
Because Tom
Am
King
I insane?
Because he's in bed with all these people.
That's
James Gunn. That's why he's in bed with all of them.
Can't argue with that.
And that's the only reason. And it's the bias of the fake fan who are told that, oh, this is the definitive version now, so this is the one we're going to push. So I need everybody to line up and say this is Supergirl, and if you don't understand it, you don't understand Supergirl. No, I understand. So I understand a hopeful Supergirl. I understand Supergirl that wants to be like her cousin, that wants to be a hero, that isn't embarrassed by him, that isn't a depressed, messy, and a bit bad.
Why is that a message that you would want to teach young people?
Because they're okay with making little girls into whores.
It's the OnlyFans pipeline. It's a pipeline.
Lord.
It's like what they say about Tolkien. It's a pipeline to the alt-right.
I can't wrap my head around this insanity, bro. You're like, it's okay to be a bad and messy. What are you talking about? What man? See,
it's indoctrination, plain and simple.
It is. You teach young girls, be anything you want to be everything you can do. You can just as good as men can do. Anything you can do, I can do better. All that mess, and then you revolt it down to be a whore.
Well, because your body is your liberation, Dre. Because you own your body, you can do whatever you want with it. I guess.
The idea of sexual promiscuity as liberation is insanity to me.
But it's a form of feminism they've pushed.
But look, okay, let me share a little something with y'all. I've known prostitutes. Okay, I come from a town in which they walk. There's areas called red light districts where these young ladies of the night are flaunting their stuff and selling their bodies for nickels on the dollar. These young ladies, if you actually talk with them, they have so much regret, so much pain in their eyes. These are not high class. What's the
escorts?
Escorts. Thank you, Adam. These are not high class escorts that are in lavish buildings in New York or whatever it may be. No, these young ladies are in bad shape. They went from stripping to drugs to selling that snatch. This is not something to be glorified. This is not something that you want to implant in the minds of young ladies. That being bad and messy and being promiscuous is a good thing. It's not a good thing. Well, it's a very bad thing.
But it's been going on for a long time. I listen. I of course have no children. I don't have a little girl, but I have watched little girls be turned into playthings for their parents or for disinterested people because they want to dress these children like whores. It's been something that's going on for a long time. A 12-year-old should not be walking around with a bared midriff.
Absolutely not.
But they sell the clothes to these girls. They sell them, and parents who have no idea or have been brainwashed and indoctrinated think it's okay because guess what? She's a growing young girl. Yeah, you know what? There's a fucking PDF file perv out there just watching your little girl waiting for you to turn your back.
Yes.
Because you allow them to walk around like that, and there are disgusting, degenerate motherfuckers out there who are waiting to prey on them. And this kind of messaging plays into that shit. And you've got go ahead, Jet. Go ahead.
It's all about living vicariously for these parents. They realize that their lives are going to turn out a certain way. They're not as sexual as they'd like to be, and they project it onto their children. It's been a phenomenon for years, and it's just now in the sexual territory. But even back in the day, it was push your kids to be the best version of themselves, to be better than you, so you can see success. Those really aggressive. The stereotype is Asian parents, like you have to be a doctor. That shit. It's an extension of that. But right now, the fad isn't wealth. The fad is alphabet community. So they're living out the fantasies that they know they can't act upon with their children to feel popular and feel special.
And it doesn't help when you have somebody like Millie Alcock, who is the object of a lot of thirst. And she knows it. She knows that she is at the top of the thirst list for a bunch of simps. And I will call Millie Alcock fans, they're all simps. Because what has she done? She's done nothing. She did half a season of a somewhat successful show. Everything else she's done has been House of Dragon.
Oh, Hot D. Oh.
Yeah, she was in the first couple episodes of that, and she was fine in it. Matt Smith was the best part of that show.
Well, but that's all you got from her. She hasn't done anything else. But from that, she got skyrocketed to this idol, this thirst thing where she has to be worshipped if you say anything bad. I was in a chat once on somebody else's show where I said where I said something not mean or bad, but I wasn't worshiping her, and the chat turned on me fast. They turned on me fast because how dare you talk bad about Millie Alcock? Well, I'm not into her, so I'm not drawn to the thirst. Two, I can't respect her because she hasn't done anything worthy of respect for acting. So
it started out right off the bat for her in Hot D. I remember in those first few episodes when she's playing a 15-year-old, it was an immediate thirst. Like there was fury among these people when her sex scene in episode 3 or 4, something like that. She didn't show any nudity. They were furious about that.
Yeah, and then it got worse at the Emmys when she was up on stage high and drunk, and everybody then like, oh my God, look how awesome she is. She's high and drunk up there. It's great. Yeah, when they were accepting Hot D awards, Emma Darcy was holding her up because she was, or one of the other girls, I think it was Emma Darcy, was holding her up because Millie Alcock was so high and drunk that
how dare you? Emma Darcy is they, them, not a girl.
That's a woman. She has a kid. She's a woman. Shut up. But point is, everything about Supergirl is, and I guarantee there's probably, all right. You know what? No, I'm not gonna make a mistake. I will not scroll down. I will not scroll down without scanning it first. I'm not going to do that. But I'm curious because Dermy sent us, haven't had time to take a look at it.
Oh boy.
But I'll take a look at it. I'll just take us off screen for a second. I'll take a look at this right now. I want to see what they're talking about here. Let's see. Somebody says, Sai, imagine ever saying that this is the message to young boys. Imagine that. There you go. Hey, young men, it's okay to be a womanizer and to be a degenerate drunk. It's fine. It's okay. It's all a little bit messy because.
Have you ever heard that before? Never.
No, because society requires young men to grow into men, to be providers.
Yes, it does.
Unless you're a beta bitch.
And I'm glad that was brought up because it's very, very important for us to understand the distinction, not between men and women or whatever, but the way that men are held to a standard of responsibility while these young ladies are being told to be dregs of society. And the idea that that's a good thing is crazy talk. For anybody out there that has children, daughters, nieces, whatever, encourage them to do well. Encourage them to be part of society. Encourage them to not sell their bodies on OnlyFans. Please do not listen to this type of filthy messaging. Tell your daughters that you love them. Please.
And if you have the sons, you tell your sons to treat the girls with respect. Yes. Do I talk about loving titties all the time? Yes, I do. But I'm just looking at a picture on a screen.
That's correct.
I'm not walking up to a girl and say, "Wow, you got nice tits." Yeah, that gets me punched in the face.
As you
And
should
rightfully
be.
You're
so.
lucky.
And rightfully, if I'm lucky. Yeah, but you don't. It's one thing to play the persona of a gooner horn dog on stream like I do, where I love titties and this but if I'm walking up to a real woman in life, I'm not gonna say, "Damn, you got a nice white girl ass." I am not gonna do that. I am going to be
You should.
respectful.
That's that. I would actually.
That's got to get added to the Day of Doom tier.
That's
No.
Go up to Ray and say that.
That gets me thrown out of the park and ruins the entire point of the day.
Yeah.
No.
It's as we leave.
That's
Gotta
funny.
say
Though.
Ray.
As you leave.
Yeah, and then they call the cops on us as we're leaving, and then we're running away. Remember, we still got to go to the movies that night, okay?
It's at a different place. Disney Springs is completely separate.
We're gonna be in a car chase. They're gonna follow us there. We can't do it.
They're gonna be in a car chase because you say Ray has a good wide ass.
Best having a GTA moment. That would be funny.
Point is, listen. I'm not going to do that in real life. In fact, I'll be lucky if I even have the wherewithal to recognize if a girl's even receptive to my comments. You know, I'm a little dense out there. Okay, I'll admit that. I'm very dense when it comes to the signals being sent. But I'm not going to walk in there and say that shit. And you teach your boys, and they're getting it right here. First, they promote prostitution, and now this. Hollywood is packed with retards. I'm so glad Paramount is acquiring the studio to gut it. That'll be funny when it happens, because it will happen. And I like this one here, too. Maybe we should just teach young girls to love themselves and not be whores, like the world's trying to make them be. Another awful message from the DCU. And don't tell me Millie Alcock doesn't have Warner Brothers DCU minders with her on this. There has to be somebody approving these interviews.
Yeah.
These are professional interviews. Nothing is off the cuff. All questions are screened. They know what she's going to say on these things. Let's go down one. What's this one? What if heroes could be aspirational instead? Root for the good guys. Yeah. So we're not. All right. So we got the taste. So we do see there is some sanity. I did it again. There is some sanity out there, just like us in response to this. Teach your girls to not be whores. And you know what that comes with? It comes from having a dad.
Yeah.
And it comes from having also a good mom who's been treated well by a good dad. It's the full thing. It's the full thing. And dads to your sons, yes, we can all be a gooner looking at a picture on the screen. But
absolutely,
when you walk up to the lady, you treat them as though they're the classiest, most princess in the world. You say you treat them with respect. You treat them with respect.
It's not hard.
You don't put hands on them until they give you the green light. You don't talk to them like they're pieces of shit. And the ones that want you to treat them like shit, well, you know, they might be fun for a night, but you don't bring them home to mom and dad.
No, don't bring no hoes to my house. Don't do that.
You don't bring them home to mom and dad, because that will end poorly.
Oh yes,
so it starts at the home. And and I'm glad that there is, once in a while, my humanity is restored. My faith humanity is restored when I see people responding with that. And I didn't get to screen that because Jeremy sent it to me midstream. So it's good to see other people have at least some integrity and mindfulness that what Millie Alcock said was wrong. Yeah. And what DCU is pushing is wrong. Sickening. And but guys, this movie's gonna make $1 billion.
No, it's not.
It's going to get the DCU over $1 billion, maybe in total gross. Maybe
it's in gross, but no profit.
No, nope.
Gross and no profit. All right,
negative $35 million.
Okay, we've made it to the 1 hour 30-minute mark. I think we can just get this home. But before that, I do want to remind everybody that for this stream and during Daily Dive, Jed mentioned it, so I feel we must. The Baby Yoda of Day of Doom tier, the additional tier of Day of Doom. We are currently at $200, which means I must not only carry Baby Yoda around all day, but now he will have the harness. Whether it's a front pack or a backpack, I don't know.
It's got to be a papoose. It has to be a papoose.
Yeah, because how else will I talk to him and treat him like a real thing if we get the $300? Because we cost $300, I have to talk to it and treat it like it's real all day and reassure it. And then
Stroke
at
that
the
head.
yes, I will. Yes, I have to tell it it's okay, and maybe even shove food in its mouth and feed it. I don't know. I have to be weird with it. But then, of course, at the $400, $500 mark, then I start giving weird speeches praising him. So all super chats, tips, and subscriber donations go to this fund on this stream and on the Daily Dive Monday through Friday. So just a reminder, we'll be running this through this month, probably a little bit into next month too, because this doesn't happen until May. So we're going to see if we can get this. And of course, it could grow if you guys are really feeling fun.
And there's time for Dre to book a ticket. He doesn't want to miss out on this, I'm sure.
I haven't even booked my ticket. I have another week or so before I can book my ticket because
if I'm there, you won't know I'm there. I will not be seen walking with that joker.
Since I just resubmitted my picture for the passport, I have to wait now. I clicked the thing. I will not be traveling, so I want to wait till it's processing before suddenly I come up that I'm making a trip somewhere. So I'm kind of waiting another week or so to make sure I get the confirmation that it's the pictures and the picture worked. It's fine. I even sent a little certificate that said you passed all check marks just to make sure they understand. Yes, I passed. Anyway, all right. So I got one more thing which is kind of related to what we just talked about. And it's not just for simps and stans and shills, but it's a question related to everything. So I have a question for you gentlemen right here in the chat. Feel free to answer as well. Here we are. 2025 is now 2026. All things different are the same as far as I'm concerned. Nothing's changed.
Yeah.
I ask you this question. How far has the bar gotten in terms of claiming something as quality? How low has the bar fallen? And I make this comment specifically with the events concerning One Piece live action 2 this week, all things surrounding DCU, Marvel, Disney Star Wars, Starfleet Academy, Kurtzman, Trek, Doctor Who, everything on all cross, and even non-genre related stuff, because you can throw that in if you want. How low has the bar gotten that it takes so little for people to claim masterpiece and success? How low has it gotten?
Adam, there is no bar.
There is no bar.
There's no bar. It's gone.
Okay.
It's gone. We've seen the degradation of quality over the last, let's just call it a decade. Okay. We've seen the degradation of it and how every new project is, we're eating so good. This is the best thing since last previous thing. There is no standard for quality anymore. The individuals that are praising a lot of these things don't understand what quality is or understand how quality is measured. They do not understand that there is a difference between things that I like and things that are undisputedly quality good.
Excellent point. Excellent point.
It doesn't exist anymore. I can sit there and list some of the greatest films of all time logistically. Not that I like them, but I can list them logistically based on quality, writing, character development, box office. If you want just simple three things, if you just want to follow, and I can list some of the greatest films that have ever been put onto the American stage or British stage, doesn't matter. These people will look at it and be like, no, this right here that came out yesterday is better than all those. And only because it speaks to your degeneracy or it has somebody that looks like you in it and you think it's actually good. It's not how quality works. Quality takes work. Mm-hmm. And like we have filmmakers of old that used to make people shoot 172 different times to get the just right angle to
5 seconds right. Of just right.
Exactly. The perfectionists, crazy people, but perfectionists to create beautiful art that will stand until the end of time, until the Martians come and wipe us all out. Those type of artists that used to create that don't exist anymore. And now the modern creators know that. And they know that they can put out any type of slop, and the dumb morons on social media, which is a curse upon our people, social media is going to lap it up. However, the people with money aren't showing up. But then we have somebody, the rare occasions when something of quality actually hits the screens, everybody and their grandmama pay very close attention because quality is undisputable. Whether you like it or not, it's up to choice, up to taste.
That requires objectivity, though.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. But everyone that has half a brain knows quality when it comes up, like quality boobs, as Adam once said. You have to have that type of eye. But the overwhelming majority of people, once they come in contact with quality, they're like, hey, this is different. This is something else here. Because it's so rare to see. So yeah, so I would say that there is no bar. The bar is gone. And it's a daggone shame. But the bar is definitely buried deep.
Jed.
I would agree that the bar is gone for stands. That's absolutely true. They can't differentiate crap from gold if their life depended on it. But like you said, the people with money, normies, they can still recognize quality, but the bar has been decreased substantially. We've all seen it the last few years where a new TV show comes out and it's kind of all right, but it's being praised from the rooftops as the greatest thing ever. I know Adam brings up this discussion. Exactly. That's why we're having this conversation, is because of Opla. But I think it's also having a retroactive effect on the bar lowering. There are TV shows of the past that we were highly critical of when they came out. For example, what we talk about all the time, Adam, Enterprise and Stargate Universe. They weren't received super well. They're kind of mediocre. They're not bad shows. I don't even think they were really received as bad at the time. But now they're looked back a lot more fondly. So I think there's a retroactive bar lowering and changing the perspective of previous stuff as well. And we need to go away from seeing a masterpiece in everything just because it's basically competent. Now, I know that might sound hypocritical from me after Project Hail Mary. I'm talking about it like it's one of the best films of the last 2 decades. I recognize that the statement that I'm making is a little bit hypocritical from me. But
you're saying that's your subjective feeling.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I'm sure your objective feeling will have a balanced approach to it, like you always do when you break stuff down.
And that ability has disappeared from a lot of reviewers, because on the one side you have the stands where the subjectivity matters more than everything else, but even the normies, because of the current state of entertainment constantly grinding on them, wearing down this bar, if they just aren't bored or aren't tearing their eyeballs out, their subjectivity says, all right, that was good, so they're not able to be objective either. Just with how much it's been worn down. If they just thought it was okay, they liked it. So I think it is having a damaging effect on the overall bar, but on everyday people's ability to separate subjective from objective. And that's even the normies, not just the stands. I think that is having an effect because no one wants to put in the effort of thinking about subjective versus objective. You're lucky to find something passable. So when you find it, you don't want to think about it and lose that thing that is passable.
That's true. And that's actually a really good point, Jed, about the idea that if you just have something that gives you a little niblet, you get so excited, the endorphins in your brain fire off so heavy because you actually got something that you actually enjoyed, that your subjective definitely can be skewed. And I'll also add
Daredevil, Born Again.
I was just about to do it. The kid mentioned this, and I just checked it to confirm.
There were a lot of people who liked it, and Dre thought it was horrible.
Daredevil.
I hate that show.
But here's the thing. The bar of Netflix Daredevil was a very high bar. Very high bar. And Aborted Again gets a season 2. And Dre, it comes out in a week and a half.
I can't be a part of this. I can't.
But you will.
I can't be a part of this.
But you will, because I won't.
This is my thing. And like to Jed's point about like, hey, something I enjoyed, it fired off my brain and went to my penis. Yes, there are things that happen like that. Like for me, like the Naked Gun movie. The Naked Gun movie that came out last year. I really enjoyed that movie. I really enjoyed that movie. Is it as good as the originals? God, no. But I was able to turn my brain off and have fun. And there's a lot of which used to not be considered racy jokes, but now they are. Plenty of them in there. So that made me feel good that somebody actually wanted to do something with comedy. Praise Jesus. But the fact of the matter is that my endorphins fired off so much because I was having fun that for a second I had to stop myself and be like, wait a minute. No, this isn't that good, but it's fun. Because we're subjected to garbage so often. Just think about it. Let's say if you were a garbage man, and let's say you work on a garbage barge. Screw that. You work on a garbage barge where all the trash men come together and dump all the crap. And you got to sort through it. So all you see is garbage, 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 vomit, garbage, garbage, garbage. Oh my God, is that a nickel? Oh my sweet Christian Jesus. It's a nickel. I've seen money. You will get so excited on the look of a nickel that you think you have found El Dorado, even though the reality is you only found a nickel. And that's where we are now.
I use the metaphor of the dying man in the desert. You crawl through the desert, you reach a point, you find a glass of water that has filth and dirt in it, but it is still drinkable. It's not going to kill you. You might get the runs, but it's not going to kill you, and it will save your life for the moment. You're going to drink it, and it's going to be ambrosia.
It's going to be ambrosia,
And that's how I always look at it. That's the metaphor I use in my brain.
It's very apt.
Yep.
Just normal people are so run down. They don't want to put in the effort, and their endorphins, just like Dre's saying. So yeah, the bar is lowered. It's gone for stands, and I don't know if it was ever there for stands.
No, never was. Because
normal people, they just it's a terrible state in the industry right now that no one wants to put in the effort. We're the exception here, and I think that's why we're able to. Just like Dre said, he stopped himself. He realized, all right, I'm having so much fun. I'm going to keep having fun, but it's not as good as my endorphins are telling me it is.
Yep.
And it's a rare breed just right now because we're masochists apparently. We want to keep putting ourselves through it.
Money. Point is though, I see.
So we're whores.
Oh yeah, whores. Whores of low value.
Yeah. But I see absolutely nothing to argue against what either of you has just said. The only way I could maybe is that the bar is so low that I stub my toe on it.
Oh God.
That if the bar is there, just to counterpoint to what Dre's saying, if the bar is still there, it's so low, I stub my toe on it. You trip over it.
That's fair.
That's how low it could. That's which means, to your point though, it can get no lower. The whole point of me bringing this up is the fact that things come out and they're made with some level, as Jed said, competency. And because, as Dre said, you're having a good time, but you have to question, is this really as good as I think it is? And then there's also the other problem. And I will say this, and I mean no direct disrespect to anybody in particular. It's a general statement. Most of the people involved, with the prime example of One Piece live action season 2 this week, the majority of the people did not do the homework to compare it to the source material, whether it's reading the manga or watching just the amount of episodes you need to watch to compare it to the season, which, as Dermy pointed out on Friday, is really not that many. You could get it done in a couple of weeks. You don't get to use the excuse of, there's over 1,000 episodes of One Piece, I can't watch it all. To watch the Rogue Town into the first arc of the Grand Line before Alabasta, you could if you watch 3 episodes a day, which is an hour, Drake, it's not even an hour if you cut out the opening and the closing.
Of course.
If you did that just an hour a day for a couple of weeks, you'd get it done.
Yep.
You'd get it done. So, and the manga, even faster. Reading a manga is like reading a comic book. You're done. It goes very quickly. Because manga, One Piece chapters are only 16 to 17 pages long, and they're small comparative to a comic book page, which are much bigger panels and pages. So doing the homework doesn't take a lot of time. But if you're going to come out and say it's the greatest thing ever, it's all this, all that, I want to know, did you look at the real thing first? because people like myself, people like Dermy, I've been watching One Piece since 2002. I've been watching this for over 20 years. I was slightly late to the party because the 4Kids adaptation was so bad it turned me off. But then I went back and watched the real thing, and I'm like, oh man, I'm in love, and I've been in love for over 20 years. So I go all the way back there. If you didn't put the time for just a little bit, I really don't want to hear what you have to say. And all that tells me is that, to the point of this whole discussion, One Piece live action is not an abomination. It's just a pale imitation of the real thing that gets, as Dermy pointed out on Friday, it gets some things right, but other things so horribly wrong. And at the same time, it did get Netflixed. It got Netflixed hard in terms of race swaps, all this kind of things.
Soul
they added
King.
content. All right, Dre, there is a character called Brooke.
Okay, Brooke.
And you know what? If I'm going to do this, I might as well show the imagery. I'm also going to do. There's a character called Brooke. He is an eventual member of Luffy's Straw Hat Pirate crew.
Okay.
And when they meet him, this is him. This is him right here. Let me just get.
Now, this would be him in the manga or the anime?
Anime manga.
Okay.
Anime manga. It's the same thing. So this is Brooke in the anime because it's a better shot. When they find him, this is what he looks like right here. Oops. He's dead man.
Okay.
He's but bones with an afro. Because he ate the soul fruit, which when he died, his soul can return to his body and he gets a second chance at life. The problem is, by the time his soul found his body again, it had decayed to just bones. So
okay. All right, that makes sense. All right.
Okay. But now, I know we've given you a little bit of One Piece primers in the past. Ichiro Oda, we call him Oda Sensei. Every member of the Straw Hat crew represents a different nation around the world. Luffy represents Brazil. Zoro represents Japan. Brooke, his nation of origin is Austria.
Okay, Austria.
So he's very white European.
Yes.
Now let me bring this down. Yeah, so let me bring this down. Here's what he looks like again in the anime now, when you see him as in his human form, because we do see him in flashbacks of what he looked like as a human. This is not the best one, but it's just right here up front for us. I just want to use this. This is him right here. Dre, is that a very white man?
Yes, I would say so.
That's a white man. Yes,
Yes.
He's Austrian. That is what he looked like. And he just has the fro.
Yes, yeah, the fro.
Just has the fro. Okay. Now I'm going to show you what they did with Brooke in Netflix. They showed him in a flashback, which is inappropriate for the story because it ruins the overall story. His reveals later on. That's a different discussion I'm not going to bother you with. But here he is in One Piece. Oops, no, not QR code. Wrong tab. Here he is in One Piece. Indeed. Now Chrome will let you make a QR code for something, apparently. Here he is. Are you surprised that this is what they did to him in One Piece live action?
Because he has an afro, they made him black.
Because he has an afro, and at the same time, his eventual moniker, and also they got this so wrong. Dermy, did you notice this right here? Look, they gave him the scar now that early. In order to connect to a particular plot arc, they showed him in a flashback, but he has a moniker after a time skip of 2 years, which is not this version of him, called Soul King. Because he's a musician.
Okay.
And he turned himself to a rock star during the time skip. Apparently, he has to be black because no white person can be called Soul King. According to Stan.
Soul power.
So this is what I had to bring up just as the example.
Yeah.
I think this race swap would have been fun with the skeletal version, and it's like he's got the best voice for it. Voice acting, none of us care really about
Yeah,
race swaps.
Yeah.
Not for the most part. So with the skeleton version, that's fine. But the fact that it's the reasoning of, yeah, he's got an afro, so he's clearly black. No white people have ever had afros ever.
Yeah.
And Soul King.
But here's the problem. The people claiming that you're racist for not liking him being black and no white man being Soul King, they're calling him Soul King for that version you just saw, not the eventual version. So it comes back around. There's a lot of people claiming this thing is great to our Rooms conversation, but they didn't do the homework. They don't understand that this not only ruins the character from a credibility standpoint, but it also ruins his story because you're not supposed to know about him and his connection stuff until 5-6 arcs from this moment. And that you lose an emotional moment like that. So the bar is so low that people think just because even taking, and I showed you as an example, put that aside, take away the race swaps, take away the butchered storylines. One Piece live action is still competently made.
Yeah, sure.
It's still competently made because Oda had some involvement. We're learning now Oda didn't have as much involvement as we all thought he did in the beginning. He had some involvement, but it's competently made. But everybody, as you guys point out, everybody's so worn down that because something like this didn't preach at you, that because the characters resemble the characters in some that we know and love in some way, shape, or form, it's a masterpiece. It's great. The Netflix curse is broken.
I do have to say here, this isn't a reference to anyone in specific, and most people that you might think of, I'm not talking about them. But there are people on Twitter, for example, the rage baiters, the extreme rage baiters, who they aren't intelligent enough to determine quality in and of itself. So just the mere fact that it's not bold-faced woke means it's good. That's their litmus. That's their test. Just woke or not woke means good or not good. That's all that they're able to do. So, with us, we try to delve into the writing. That's a big thing that Adam, you and I talk about. That's our guiding post. For them, it's wokeness that determines quality. And so because One Piece isn't preaching at you, it's great by comparison to everything else. But we're still going to go into the writing aspect. Just because there's no wokeness in it doesn't automatically make it good.
I mean, Jed, that is an excellent point that must be remembered. If the characters are not truly the characters, that's what I'm going to judge it by. I'm going to judge it by accuracy and lore and, like just said, the writing and performances. I think the cast is abominable in this show. I think they're abominable.
I've never liked a single Luffy clip. It's way too over the top.
That dude is he's a terrible Luffy. And the only guy in it is the guy who plays Zoro, but he's from a highly regarded acting family in Japan, and he actually does the training. He does his own stunts with his swordplay because he's trained to do that shit. He put the time in, and he also did craft his body to look like Zoro this year. So I give that dude credit, but everybody else is abominable. They aren't the characters. But to praise something like this, which is it meets the bare minimum for One Piece, I think, and like Jed said, that's the whole reason I brought this conversation up. This whole reason I'm thinking about the bars, because One Piece live action, you stub your toe on it. It meets the bare minimum. But it's being praised as this groundbreaking, perfect everything. Oh, it's perfect on Rotten Tomatoes. Since when is Rotten Tomatoes something we judge anything by anymore?
Only when it fits your narrative.
Yep, only when it fits your narrative.
And that makes us no better than Stans.
Facts.
All we use for Rotten Tomatoes for is humor. Like we get some humor out of it. It's like, oh god, that was a 30%. Oh, they can't change it.
Or we're looking at bot reviews on it. Like, oh, look at
yeah, it's entertainment for us though.
Yeah.
It's not an actual litmus test.
Jed, when was the last time I brought Rotten Tomatoes up for anything on any video stream or panel? When?
I can't remember. I think maybe Shooty Who first season we did a little bit.
My memory tells me Wheel of Time is the last time I remember bringing that shit up, tracking that disaster just to show how that nobody cared about it. That's the last time I remember it. So the whole point of this, and again, I'm not pointing fingers at anybody. I'm talking about, I'm saying a general response because I see it from a lot of people. It's time to understand that the bar is either so low you trip over it, or as Dre said, it's not even there. It's time to remember what quality was. And we could bring it back to the DCU discussion. as we stated, the best adaptation of the Justice League in any form of visual media or active media, we're not talking comics, we're talking animation, live action, is Paul Dini, Bruce Timm's Justice League, that world. That is the best adaptation. That is the bar. And you cannot equate it to James Gunn's DCU just because, oh, I see Superman, Batman, Green Lantern, Wonder Woman. You can't just say, I see the thing, so it is the thing. No, you must compare and contrast. Yep. And if it does not hit the proper bullet points of quality, just like when I went and took my passport photo last week, because they made me do it again, if it doesn't meet all the check marks, guess what? It doesn't cross the bar. It's time I'm going with what Trey said. The bar is gone. It's time to restore the bar, and it only gets there by returning objectivity. And like you said, Dre, understand the difference. What you like isn't necessarily good.
That's correct.
Or vice versa.
Or vice versa.
Yeah.
Or something good isn't what you like.
I mean, Jed, how many times have we done a Nolan movie so far, and I don't really like it, but I'll say objectively, it is a well-made, good movie.
A few times. And you did that with The Martian as well.
Yeah.
This last week.
I had to really divorce myself from that movie to say, okay, Ridley Scott did make a good movie. I gave it a 7 out of 10.
And that's what would happen if we watched The Godfather, because I don't think either of us are really into that type of storytelling.
I love The Godfather.
Do? Okay,
I have it right there. I have it on Blu-ray trilogy right there.
I have zero interest in The Godfather because it's a mob story, and I'm not really just interested in mob movies. But if we were able to do it on drive-in, I'd say this is a near perfect movie.
Fredo, you broke my heart. You broke my heart. I'm smart. I love The Godfather. I love Godfather 1 the most. That's my favorite. I like Godfather 1. That people say Godfather 2 is best. I like Godfather.
Everybody says Godfather 2. I like the first Godfather. I'm a sucker for Marlon Brando, so it's like
I just love the way Godfather 1 works, the way it plays out. To watch Michael just resist it for so long, and then in the moment of crisis, is the only one smart enough to save everybody, to save his father, to save the family, to put it on himself and realize I have to now. I've killed in war, but now I have to commit murder. I now have to commit cold-blooded shooting a man while he's eating his chicken murder.
He was eating his chicken.
That's what he has to do in order to save his family, because his family is what was important. And to watch him betray his integrity and values, to embrace a different type of integrity. That's the layering of that movie. I love everything about it. And then the heartbreak of losing his first wife in that moment, and then making the mistake of going back to somebody he should never have gone back to Kay. Should never have gone back to Kay. That was such a mistake, but he was lonely. He was lonely. So I love The Godfather. I love it. I even love Godfather. People want to piss all over Godfather 3. I love Godfather 3. I love it. Joey, boom, boom, zaza. I love it. I love it all. But I can objectively say that Godfather 3 is not as good as the first two, but I still love it. I still love it. And that is it. And that's the key. Objectivity must return. So people can love, for the purpose of the conversation example, people can love One Piece live action season 2. But I've seen people who did do the homework say, yeah, if I didn't do the homework, I give it this score. But now, after doing the homework, I'm going to significantly lower it because it's not really the thing. And that should be applied to so many things right now. So many things. And I would say, and this might be heresy for some people, is Taylor Sheridan really that good? Or is he just the best thing out there right now?
I've often wondered that. I've never watched anything Taylor Sheridan, but I've thought it.
I mean, I did Yellowstone seasons 1 and 2, and I tapped out of season 2 because I couldn't take it anymore. I could feel where that show was going, and it fell off apparently after season 2. I liked Tulsa King season 1 and season 2, but I haven't felt the need to go back and watch season 3. And I haven't watched any of his other stuff. So I have some experience with Taylor Sheridan, but people swear by him because he makes good television, but is he really one of the best things ever, or is he just the best thing in this era? And because he's not lecturing you, because he's making some compelling characters, because he's getting good casting like Sylvester Stallone and everybody else he puts in these shows, like Kevin Costner for the first few seasons of Yellowstone. Like, we were getting good actors and actresses who put on great performances. Is it just because he's hitting the right moments here, but does it really stack up to the great shows of yore?
I think a better comparison is Denis Villeneuve.
Ugh.
Because people see a movie that is visually competent. I will give him that all day. His cinematography, his CGI in the Dune movies and Arrival and whatnot, phenomenal. The technical side, but when it comes to his scripts, they're so shallow.
He butchered Dune. He butchered
overly
Dune.
like Arrival's fine, but there are way better versions of that, learning a language from an alien species. There are a ton better, and then he just added in time travel brain mechanics into it for no reason. Like, Arrival it's complicated enough that people have trouble understanding it, so it makes them feel smart, so they say they like it to sound smart. There's a lot of movies like that, like Pulp Fiction. There are people who's like, I understand Pulp Fiction.
I hate.
So I'm so smart. I think Quentin Tarantino and Denis Villeneuve are in that conversation as well. As, are they really as good as people say they are, or do they suffer a little bit or are they rewarded by the bar's absence,
or by their moments in which they made their moment, or where they made their splash? Comparisons. So I mean, it's objectivity is the key to everything here, and I really think it needs to be returned to say, yes, this is good, but when I compare it to either what it's coming from or this or that, you need to put it. You need the full big picture thinking. I think we all got to get back to big picture thinking, and because a lot of people are, people swear by Taylor Sheridan now, but is he as good as all those masters who did all those shows in the 80s and the 90s, who had show after show after show after show that were generational successes for decades? I'm just asking these questions. Because I've only seen a couple of Taylor Sheridan projects, I don't just watch it if it's there. I cannot make a definitive statement. I'm just simply asking the question. Because I will say, what I did watch more Tulsa King than Yellowstone. Tulsa King's really good. It's a lot of fun, and Sylvester Stallone is great. He does great television. But I don't know if it's one of the greatest things ever, and I don't know if Landman is one of the greatest things ever, because I never bothered with Landman, because I'm also not a Billy Bob Thornton fan, so I can't really stand him, so I don't want to watch it. But, or are they just happy because Taylor Sheridan isn't beating them over the head with agenda? Because that's the other point. So I think we've posed the questions here. I don't think we have any definitive answers. And to anybody watching this, I simply ask, take a look at yourself, look in the mirror, look at how you're responding to things. And are you being objective? Are you just having fun with something and then running around saying it's great? And to Dre's point earlier, that is why social media is such a poison, because people just run out and make the statement. And whether it's real likes or real interactions, it'll push it. And you need to defend it more than just a couple lines, 140 characters or whatever on a post, especially if you have the blue check mark. So you have to say more and prove. Give me reasons why something is great, why it's perfection, why it's all these things. Give me reasons. Give me reasons. And the reasons must include comparison source material, because I guarantee the reason that it was so easy to destroy Rings of Power as the disaster that was is because everybody involved was capable of comparing it not only to Peter Jackson's movies, but to Tolkien's works themselves, because a lot of people have read Lord of the Rings for the past 100 years or so. A lot of people. Very, very easy. And that makes something. So if you're going to use your ammunition to compare something to other failures, compare something that you enjoyed and thought was really good. Give it the same treatment. That's what I'm asking, especially with One Piece Season 2. If you're going to claim it's great, give it the same treatment you compared it to the shit you took apart. Compare it to the lore. Compare it for accuracy. I guarantee if you know what you're doing, you will understand that One Piece live action is doesn't stand up, and is that bar of what it said, it's still stubbing your toe. It's not very high. Well, with that said, we did it 2 hours. I'm amazed. I am. I didn't think we'd get here today. I didn't think we'd get here, but we did. Chat, you guys have been great. Let's go around the horn, talk about what's coming up this week, and then I'm not hungry for dinner yet, so I don't know what I'm going to do.
I am.
Yeah. I had 2 hamburgers and roasted potatoes for lunch.
That sounds delicious.
Still full.
Dre. I had a piece of salmon. The end. So yes, so I'm hungry. So I need to feed on the flesh of a cow or a pig or a piece of any sort.
Yes, because that's what men do. They eat the flesh of animals.
Yes. Forget your tofu. So this week we have another great interview coming up. Very, very excited about this interview that's coming up on Wednesday, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the Brooklyn Comes YouTube channel. A new independent creator and a young guy, Adam. A young guy. So this was a very, very interesting interview that we had. I'm really, really excited for everybody to check it out because it was a very, very fascinating interview. So definitely check that out on the Brewpub Comics YouTube channel. Also, of course, check out bpcomics.io for all the comic book work that I'm doing, all the voice work stuff that I'm doing, all the other things that I have got going on. And of course, follow me on X Twitter at TheBrute00.
Okay. Dre, is there Pokopia in your future?
No. I will not be engaging in ditto human impersonation, Pokemon slavery, whatever the freak is going on. Some post-apocalyptic.
It's hitting though. It's making it sold its copies. It's making bank.
Hey, it's a Pokemon title, Adam.
Every
of course
time.
It's going to sell. Doesn't matter. They can put out something just called Pikachu Jump. That jump will sell like 40 billion copies. It might be the most unmovable brand
run Pikachu game.
Temple Run Pikachu. I bet that jump will sell out of this world. People ain't talking about Temple Run in 15 years. Watch that jump come up and sell gajillion. 100%. 100%.
Okay. Yes, I bullied Dermy. All I said, we watched a trailer 5 months ago, and I made him do it. And I said, "You're going to do this on stream." He's like, "No, I'm not." It's like, "Yeah, you're going to buy Switch 2 and do it." And here it is. He's going to do it. I bullied Dermy into Pokemon.
Where's your
low effort bullying?
It was. All I did was harass him a couple of times. And all this week, every time I popped into his stream, I just said, "This isn't Pokopia." And he got angry at me. All I had to do. I didn't make you do anything. I don't control you. Jed, if your internet, even if your internet was working, you got real life shit this week, so you're not doing much, are you?
I do, yes, and apparently it's storming insanely bad here, so I apologize if you hear the thunder that's shaking my house right now. But I'm in the midst. That's all. I'm in the midst of moving right now, so moving's gonna delay things, and my internet's busted for shit. But you can find me on YouTube at Endless Frontiers. As soon as my fucking Project Hail Mary review uploads to fucking YouTube, it'll be there. It's taken all the positivity I had. I did a 40-minute glowingly positive review, and it's taking days to upload it. All that positivity was ripped from me by Spectrum. They're like, "There's a customer who's happy out there. We gotta find him." So that'll be up as soon as it can be. Rider Flight has been delayed due to the internet and the move, so that'll probably be on Thursday at 2 p.m. Eastern. So nothing else really on the Endless Frontiers channel, but in the meantime, this will be a great opportunity for everyone out there to check out EndlessFrontierBooks.com and catch up with what's on there. Currently on sale, The Brighton Pacification for $1.99, the first entry into a large science fiction universe that is just beginning. 4 books already written, ready to go. And if you like Project Hail Mary, you're gonna like what I have in store.
Yeah, the hard science. I can attest. Jed put the effort into making the hard science believable. He did. And you're gonna be at MegaCon this weekend, right?
Yes, I will be at the MegaCon meetup at City Walk on Saturday night. I won't be going to the con at all with everything going on.
Yeah,
I'll probably watch Project Hail Mary every day, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I've seen it a few more times before we come back next week. But yes, MegaCon, I'll be at least the meetup, which should be a lot of fun. We had to get a bigger venue. We have like 800 RSVPs.
Really? Wow. Yeah, and I
There's
know
gonna be a lot of people there.
A lot of people from the chats, they're going to be there. Some of them are on their way. So first, I wish everybody a safe and healthy and good trip if you're going to Orlando this week for MegaCon. Since I am not in Florida, I will not be there. Although once I am in Florida, I will likely attend those festivities once I'm there. But for now, this week, let's see. Monday through Friday, Daily Dive, Double D's, 1 p.m. Eastern, no days off because no more review days for Starfleet Academy. For the rest of the week, gaming-wise, we'll be playing more Star Wars, The Old Republic. We're working on our Trooper storyline because people are watching this game. People want to see Star Wars: The Old Republic right now. It's gotta. I don't know. I don't understand it, but hey, I'm there for it. Old veteran, I'm there for it. Also, because I need to keep myself busy until the end of the week when Crimson Desert arrives. Hopefully, I'll get my copy early enough in the weekend so that I'll be able to stream it while everybody else is at MegaCon. But I ordered the physical copy, and it comes out Thursday. So at the latest, I get it Monday. Hopefully, I'll get it this weekend. So look forward to Crimson Desert streams. Let's see. Anything else really important this week outside of the stuff? No drive-in next weekend because Jed is at MegaCon. But we will be back here for Roundtable, of course. No more. If you haven't seen it already, go check out my Starfleet Academy reviews. The last one has been up a couple days. It just is a giant shit show. We did do our panel last night. And, of course, tonight it will be on Wormhole Watch with Brad Hitman and Fractured as we go back to some DS9 goodness. You can see that every Wednesday on Brad's channel when he edits it up to avoid copyright unfairness. Other than that, we'll see what the week holds. Maybe I'll have an easier time putting the show together for next weekend. Who knows? Whatever. Either way, thank you, everybody, for joining us this week. We appreciate you guys hanging out, being active in the chat, hitting the like buttons, subscribing to the channels. We'll see you guys next time. Until then, take it easy, everybody.